Yes, sir, man. You already know what the vibes is today, man. We finna go crazy with a new video. Master Duel, we're back on it, and it's a new rank season, so I gotta bring y'all the new deck list. Now, of course, as y'all know, we using Blackwings today. Not gonna lie, towards the end of the last season, I was using this deck, and I was really loving it a lot. I was streaking with it, and I really think I can make it a plat one with this deck. So, of course, I'm gonna show you the deck list. Now, I'm not gonna lie. If you look in the extra deck, as you can see, there's not really that many Blackwing monsters, because if we're being honest, bro, if we come over here and just type in Blackwing, bro, there's not really that many good Blackwing monsters in Yu-Gi-Oh! In general. Like, the only ones that we have that are like actually really good is Full Armor Master, which is an extra deck. And I mean, that's pretty much it. You could use, for example, there's a lot of flex slots in the extra deck. The 12 of these cards are mandatory. There's 3 slots for whatever you want. As you can see, for my 3 slots, I did end up choosing Utopic Future, Utopic Dragon, and then my other flex slot was Armor Master itself, just to add one more Blackwing in there. And the reason I did that is because this card right here has synergy with this card, and basically, for the ones that do not know, what those 2 cards do is every single time, this card first, let's talk about this card. What this card does, every single time a monster effect is activated, it places a wedge counter on it, and you can target one monster opponent controls and take control of it, and it's yours. And what Armor Master does, it does the same thing, but you take no battle damage, and you also cannot be destroyed by battle. And whenever you attack with this card, you place 1 wedge counter on it, and you can remove that wedge counter to drop the monster's attack and defense to 0, but I don't ever do that. Literally what I just do is attack with this until whatever like the strongest monster my opponent has, and then I just snatch it with Full Armor Master. Like, that's just the 2 synergies that card has. But yeah, that's like all the flex spots. Everything else is mandatory, and I'm gonna come back down to the extra deck later. But of course, we're gonna start off with the main deck. Now, pretty much as you can see, is really 3 of pretty much all the Blackwing cards. For the ones that are not 3, which is Blackwing Ulster of the South Wind. This card is very mandatory. I low-key want to put it at 3, but you really don't want to see the same Blackwing card in your hand when you pull your first 5 cards, because of course, as y'all know, the first 5 cards can make or break you, and you don't want to really see duplicates. And the same with the 2 Ash Blossoms and the 2 Max C's. I never really run these at 3 in any deck, just because like my luck is terrible, and usually out of the first 5 cards I pull, I top deck 2 of the same cards, so kind of want to reduce my chances. But definitely the 3 or the 6 most important cards in this deck that are very important to this deck. This is one of your main starters. You always want to see this. You can have an insane inboard if you don't see this, but like, this is very mandatory. I probably would say that this card right here though is definitely more important than the previous card that we talked about, just because what this card does is that whenever you activate its effect, it's going to put down a Black Whirlwind. And for the ones that do not know, Black Whirlwind, whenever a Blackwing monster is normal summon, you can add 1 Blackwing monster from your deck to your hand. And of course, Konami does not know how to make things once per turn, and usually you have all 3 of these spells on the field at once. So in 1 turn, you can add 6 Blackwing monsters from your deck to your hand, and you can just fully extend and just go full combo. It's insane. That's why I like this deck a lot. It plays through a lot of hand traps. All you really need is 1 Blackwing monster on the field, and you can go full combo. But as for like the 1-ofs in here, we have Raider's Wing. That is for the combo as well, and I'll explain to it when we get to the combo part of the video. Another 1-of we have in here is for the combo part of the video as well. Phantom Knights and Silent Boots. Basically, all you need to know is just a combo extender. And then the 3 cards right here, they're very important. They're part of the combo as well. This allows you to go into one of the Raid Raptors to again XYZ summon into DDD King Kali Yuga, which is the boss monster of this deck. Super insane card. And the only other flex spots that I have in here, as you guys can see, the Allure of Darkness, we're running a 36 card, or not 36, 34 card deck. And the reason I chose Allure of Darkness is because what this monster right here does, it allows you to special summon one of your level 4 lower Blackwing monsters that are banished, which is basically your whole deck. So you can just use that card with Allure of Darkness and then just get a free +2. Or free +1. It's 2 or 1. You free +2. Yeah, you get a free +2. And then you can get special summon, and that's +3. So it's insane. The extending possibilities in this deck is actually really crazy. But the last flex slot that I have is evenly matched, and this can be whatever you want. Only reason I run this is just in case going second, we can have, you know, a better chance of winning the game. Because I'm gonna be honest, bro, I don't know what it is in this game, dog. If you're going first, bro, you pretty much win the game. Like, if you can resolve your combos, set up an OP inboard, like that's pretty much game. Like, I kid you not, the majority of the games that I play with this deck, they don't last past turn 3, because literally my opponent, they're not able to do anything during the turn because I have King Kali Yuga out. and then they just surrender because this card is OP, bro. I kid you not. This is mandatory. You want to make sure that you have this in this deck. And as you can see what it does, whenever it's XYZ summon, monster effects on the field are negated. Every single monster, including yours as well. So usually what I like to do is before I bring this out during my opponent's turn, I use Time Thief Redoer. This card is right here is insane. You look at it, it's like, oh, it's nothing really crazy, but what this card does, bro, and I'm telling you, it's just annoying. That's literally the whole purpose of this card, is to be annoying, bro. Literally, during every single standby phase, you take one of your opponent's cards from their deck, and then literally you can choose between each one of these abilities, and you get to draw one card, place one card face up from the top of their deck, or your opponent controls to the top of their deck. It's just annoying. That's all it is. Only reason I run it. It's part of the main combo as well. And pretty much the end board, what it's going to look like is Time Thief Redoer. You're going to have King Kali Yuga out on the field. If your end board is like peak perfect, you're going to have Full Armor Master as well. And you're going to have Utopic Draco Future. So like the main end board, like we can go from like worst to best. The worst end board you can possibly have is just Full Armor Master, and the best board that you can have is Full Armor Master, Draco Future, King Kali Yuga, and Time Thief Redoer on top of a Link 3 right here. So I'm pretty much going to show you guys all that in the combo tutorial. I'm going to show you what it looks like going first and going second. Let's go ahead and schmooze over to the combo tutorial. Now I'm going to show you guys what it looks like going first. And pretty much going first or second, the main combo is the same. And there is times where you can deviate from the main combo, and it's not really that bad. And this hand right here, it could be better. You never really want to see this in your hand. It doesn't mess the combo up. It's just that like you won't be able to use one of the monsters effects that we do in the combo, and it's going to be able to put this card on the field. But you can just set it either way. It doesn't really matter if you see this in your hand or any of the other rank up spells that we have. Now, if you always see this in your first 5 cards, you want to make sure you activate this first. This is very important. Banish any other Blackwing that you have that's a level 4, because what we're going to do is set this Black Whirlwind down, and that came off of this monster's effect right here. We're going to normal summon this, activate the effect of Black Whirlwind, and pretty much always what you're going to always do, off of the first Black Whirlwind that activates for you, you want to choose this card. But since we have it in our hand, we're not going to choose it because you know can only use it once per turn. So what I usually do is off of the second Black Whirlwind, because if you normal summon this after, you're going to get a second proc of the Black Whirlwind, and you're going to choose this card. So first, you always want to choose this card, and then the second Black Whirlwind activation, you choose this one. And now what we're going to do, we're going to normal summon this, because for some reason that counts as 2 normal summons, even though we normal summon that. We're going to activate this effect, and you will always want to chain block it with the Black Whirlwind, because that's very important, because it's a free extender. And people Ash Blossom the Black Whirlwind, but like it doesn't go away, and it's not once per turn, so I can just keep going. It's actually insane. So off of the second Black Whirlwind, like I said, you want to add this always, but we already have it in our hand. So usually the third choice that I choose off of Black Whirlwind is the level 1, because that allows me to go into Full Armor Master and Armor Master as well. So what we're going to do is put that down. Then we're going to want to use the effect of this monster right here. Activate this effect. And then we're going to raise it by 4. And what this does is that every single time that you bring this monster out, you activate this effect, and you can raise its level by whatever like Blackwing level is on the field. Always choose 4, because that's literally a free Armor Master with that tuner and the level 6. Now what you could do is put this down right off of the choice of the Black Whirlwind, and that is also an Armor Master as well. So usually what I do is that I synchro with these two, and that's the 10, and then this right here is the 7. Now it really depends on like if you don't have these 5 monsters, these could be any 5 monsters. You don't have to be this specific 5 monster. If your opponent Ash Blossomed you, stopped you in any way, you honestly, what you could do is just go into Full Armor Master and just go into Armor Master and just pass turn. But since of course we don't have any interaction because we're going first, we're going to get some bot. I'm just going to show you guys the full combo. So what you're going to want to do is first go into Full Armor Master, and you're going to synchro. You just need space. That's literally all it is. You can honestly really mess up because you're going to special summon so many cards, and your board is always going to be full. So you just want to make sure that you have space. So the first monster that's very important for this combo is we go into this Raid Raptor monster. You always want to make sure you save the level 4s off of the link material, because level 4 is very important for the combos in this deck. Like it's insane how all these level 4s are very important for the combo. So off of the Raid Raptor, you always want to make sure you add this card from the, or not add it, but special summon it from the deck, because what this does is just a free extender. That's all you really need to know about it. If you already have it in your hand, you can add any of the other level 4s. It doesn't really matter. But if you don't have this already on the field, make sure you always choose this card. Since we don't have it, we're going to special summon it. Now what we're going to do is overlay into the Raid Raptor monster, and you want to make sure that you put this Raid Raptor monster in either zone that the Link monster points to, because that's very important. If you don't, it messes the combo up. And what this does is that when you bring it out, you pop the effect, is going to activate the effect of the Link monster right there. Now off of the detachment, you want to make sure you detach Zephyros. There we go, Zephyros. Very important you do that because, like I said, free extender. And then we're just going to add the Raider's Wing to our hand. Always add the Raider's Wing off of the Raid Raptor monster, and if you already drew it in like the first 5 cards, doesn't really matter. Now this is where it kind of messes it up, because since we pulled the Phantom Knights card in our hand, we won't be able to quick play this spell because, you know, we kind of messed it up. Actually, no, we can. Okay, I've never really seen that interaction, so I thought that would mess it up. Maybe that's just me. I'm tripping, but it's my bad. We still could continue. We're going to select that graveyard effect and then we'll bring that back to our hand. Do not use that just yet because you want to just continue the combo. And as you guys can see with this effect, what it does, it brings itself back to the graveyard. You can just set the Black Whirlwind back on the field. Now we're just going to cancel that out. And what we're going to do next is activate Raider's Wing. We're going to detach that monster, and you're going to target the Raider's Wing just to special summon it out. You always want to do that. Make sure this has 0. And then next, what you're going to do, you're going to link into this, and you're going to take that and just go with a link 3. Now you always want to make sure that you do this before you activate that rank up spell, because if you don't, it messes up the combo. You just want to make sure you activate this after you bring out this Link monster. So we're going to activate the effect of the Phantom Knights card, send that to the graveyard, and then it's going to set that trap on the field. Now it doesn't show right here because of course we pulled this rank up spell in our hand, and what you would do is you would banish this card from the graveyard, and it literally just adds this rank up spell from the deck to the hand. So usually if you don't pull the rank up spell, in the order of that, the way the combo is going to go is that this card right here is going to be set on the field instead of this one, and this card is going to be added to your hand instead of this one, if that makes sense. So it's just kind of annoying that Konami did that to us. It doesn't really matter, it's not that deep. What we're going to do is just activate the trap, and then we're going to overlay into Time Thief Redoer. Now if you're going second, and I'm going to talk about this when we're going second, if you put a card or Dark XYZ monster in the same zone that this points to, you're able to destroy one of the cards on the field. Obviously we're not going to do that because we're going first, but it still does that. So next what we're going to do is we're going to activate the effect of this. We're going to banish 3 cards, but since we're going first, you want to always banish 3 cards because this allows you to go into King Kali Yuga. If you banish 6 cards, what the monster that's going to go into is the Raid Raptor Ultimate Falcon. And I'm going to talk about that going second because I mainly bring this card out going second if I need to drop some monsters that have really high attacks. But mainly I still only go into King Kali Yuga. So this card does come up, but mainly you're just going to want to banish 3 for King Kali Yuga. So we're going to banish 3 cards from the graveyard. Doesn't really matter what 3 we choose because, you know, pretty much this is game anyway since we resolved. We're going to select the Raid Raptor monster. Don't activate Time Thief Redoer's effect. We're going to bring that up. And then we're going to have Arsenal Falcon. What Arsenal Falcon is going to do is just going to special summon out any rank 4 from the deck. I don't know why I just had a mind blank, but it's going to special out anyone winged beast from your deck. Now if you had actually like another extender in your hand, you would be able to go into Draco Future because this is a level 4. And if we had another level 4, then we'd be able to go into the Draco Future line. But since we don't, this is pretty much going to be the main board that you see all the time. The last slot right here would be Draco Future, but this is going to be like the main 4 monsters that you see, and then you're just going to put down evenly matched or whatever other cards you have and end your turn. And during your opponent's turn, what Time Thief Redoer, which I love it so much, is standby phase. You activate the effect, it takes 1 of their cards literally from the deck, and we drew another monster. So now since my opponent is starting to play the game, what we're going to do is activate this Phantom Knight spell. And you're going to want to make sure actually first before you do that, because King Kali Yuga is going to come out and he's going to negate every single monster that's on the board. So what you're going to do first is activate the Time Thief Redoer, which I did backwards. Actually, you don't want to do that. You want to activate the rank up spell first. because this is the chain. I messed my chain up. My bad. I'm tweaking right now. But yeah, what you're going to do is make sure you activate the spell card first and then chain Time Thief Redoer. I definitely messed it up because Time Thief Redoer won't be able to use his effect because it's about to be negated. But during the opponent's turn, King Kali Yuga comes out and it's literally instant. It's instant, bro. It's insane how OP this card is. You activate it, everything's negated, as you can see. And even the spells are negated, traps are negated, monster effects are negated. And King Kali Yuga also has a second effect where it can destroy all spell and trap cards on the field. And this literally, you can use this monster for whatever, but I primarily put this card in here just for Eldritch. I hate it so much. So annoying, bro. So annoying. But that's pretty much like the main combo that we see. And I'm going to show you guys what it looks like going second. So now I'm going to show you guys what it looks like going second. This is a live replay from one of my games that I played going second. And I would show you like what the combo would look like going second, but you're going to pretty much see it in this replay. And I just wanted to show you guys what it looks like against a real opponent, because I think my opponent had a few hand traps to stop me. Don't even remember that well, but we're going to fast forward a little bit. I think he's playing Light Sword, and he just kept adding stuff to the graveyard. But the thing I like about it so much, bro, is that like it just puts in so much pain. So of course, as you can see, it's our turn. We put the Black Whirlwind down first, my bad. We normally summon out Blackwing Master of the South Wind to continue the combo. We're going to add the level 2 to our hand, and then we made it a 6+4 is 10. But we did not go into Armor Master here, if I remember correctly. I think I just linked off those two monsters. Yeah, no, I did go into Armor Master. Okay, so yeah, always go into Armor Master. I'm going to make sure that you always do that. And I'm going to show you guys the synergy between these two cards. Now, what I just did is that I activated this effect to place a counter on my opponent's monster. And as you can see, my opponent's monster has a counter on it. And what I'm going to do is activate Blackwing Full Armor Master's effect. And I'm going to snatch that level 4 because that's a free extender for my combo. So I'm just going to resume that. We activate Armor Master's effect. Oh my god, the replay is so slow. I see why fast forward is the thing. And then he's going to get rid of his hand. And then what we're going to do is take his level 4 once his hand is done. If you could just hurry up. Goodness gracious. Oh yeah, so we snatched it with Armor Master. And then, of course, we did the regular thing of going to Raid Raptor, activate Raid Raptor's effect, brought another level 4, overlaid into Raid Raptor, activate that effect, add Raider Wing for our hand from our deck. And now what I did next is I activated this in the graveyard to put the Black Whirlwind back in my hand to get out another level 4 for another extension. We're going to put the speed back up. We set out the spell card from the Raid Raptors. This is what it looks like, what you're pretty much going to see primarily all the time if you don't pull those rank up spells in our hand like we did during the first combo. So what you're going to want to do is off of the Raid Raptors and Link Monsters effect, you're going to want to set this on the field. And like I said, you're going to set that, then you're going to set the trap next, and then you're going to add the other quick play spell to your hand. So if we resume, we link off into the Phantom Knights monster, put it up there. We activate the Phantom Knights monster effect to send this monster to the graveyard. And then we set the trap on the field off of the Link Monsters effect. And then we add the spell to our hand off of banishing the monster from the graveyard to the banishing zone. So that's pretty much what it mainly looks like all the time. And that's pretty much the flow that you need to get down, is make sure off of and during the combo you want to put this on the field first, then put the trap down, and then add this to your hand, and you're going to set that down on the field. As you can see, that's what I did next. And then we activate Raider's Ring to get rid of the attachment that was under Raid Raptor, activate the trap for another extension, and this is going to be Time Thief Redoer right here. And then we use the quick play spell to go into the Raid Raptor arsenal, just like we did during the first combo. And then we activate that to have another extension. Now this right here, this whole replay is before I added Draco Future last night. This is a battle from I think yesterday or 2 days ago. But you were overlaying the Time Thief Redoer. If my opponent had cards, then I would be able to destroy them with the Phantom Knights. We didn't because he doesn't have any cards on the field. And then we overlaid the Gagaga Magician. And what I did next was use Gagaga Magician, and then I brought back this Raid Raptors monster. So these two monsters right here literally would go into Draco Future. So your end board would be Blackwing Full Armor Master, Time Thief, Draco Future would be right here, and then this would be King Kali Yuga during my opponent's turn. So just gonna hit resume, direct attack. He had a monster in his graveyard that just ended the whole battle phase. Is what it is, doesn't matter, it's still game. He just kept playing. He didn't know that I had King Kali Yuga, but it sucks to be him because I'm about to lock him out of his whole turn, bro. Like this card, I'm telling y'all, bro, it's insane, dog, how good this card is. And literally it's during his turn, and I didn't mention because I was kind of just telling you guys what was going down, but I make sure that I added the right chain, because what I did is that he chained his 1, right? This is chain link 1, and then if you look on the little, hello? Why is it not letting me pull it? Okay, there you go. If you look over here on the tab, is that we activated this, made the spell chain link 2, and activate time 3 for duel. That was what I was supposed to do in the last combo, but I definitely messed it up. But you get rid of time reef for duel, it banishes itself, and then King Kali-Yuga comes out and negates everything on the field during my opponent's turn. And my opponent continues to play, but as you can see, that's negated. He ends his turn because he can't do anything. Timer Thief Redoer comes back out from its own monster effect. King Kali-Yuga's negation goes away, and then literally I just end the game. That's literally it. He just can't do nothing about that. This is OTK. And yeah, this Blackwing deck is pretty insane, if I do say so myself. But that's pretty much going to be the end of this one. If you did enjoy, make sure you go down there, hit the thumbs up button for your boy. Of course, subscribe if you're new. And I'm going to bring y'all some gameplay with this Blackwing deck soon. Just Elden Ring's really been taking my life right now. Like, I've really been on that game too much. Need to take a break. But yeah, I'll catch y'all in the next video.